Hello, good evening. My name is Augustine, and I'm one of the many voices in society, also known as the Billion Coin Community. As a is to grow into an independent system outside the control or jurisdiction of the system that is self-regulated. It is debt free, and for the next few, I'd like to guide us, entertain us, and inform us. On this, I'm going to explain few rules. Okay, so yeah, about network is good. So if you're just coming into my channel for the first time, I would appreciate if you can subscribe to my channel and also give me a thumbs up. So the title of my broadcast is why you shouldn't be afraid of losing your coin, even though it's a member. Then, today, I'm very briefly what and what you need to know as a community member who is inactive. Being an inactive member within the community doesn't mean that you are going to lose your coins. Now, a good number of you are afraid that being an inactive member, yes, I am a broadcaster and I have been voicing out what the system is likely going to. That doesn't mean active would lose his. So in today's broadcast, I'm going to tell you should know and also what against in that if you are just relaxing, doing nothing, you will not lose your coins. It is all about proper planning, proper timing, when to make your admin payment. Now, I am not here to promote unwillingness to grow the Kringle Private Society. Anyway, everyone, be active or inactive, you are going to contribute in growing the community sometime. What just matters is yours may not be immediately, but over time, you'll become part of those who are helping to the growth of the Kringle Private Society. To share my screen, and when I share my screen, I'll be brief. Within the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I'll be through with my explanations. And I want to say we have successfully concluded our Nigerian National Conference. In fact, it was a wonderful one. And we had the likes of Stephen Coffey. Stephen Coffey came and he took part in the conference in Lagos. We were looking forward to seeing him in Abuja, but then it's unfortunate he didn't come around. Well, everything works together for good. And those who were in Enugu also were waiting for him, but unfortunately, it didn't work. His delay in and the rest affected his timing. That was why he didn't show up. So, like I said, and then let me discuss on why being you should not be afraid of losing your coins. But if you do not time it properly, which I'm also going to explain, you are likely also going to lose your coins. Into this broadcast, stay with me through to the end of this broadcast. And I think it will benefit you if you get to know what you should know. Now, let me share my screen.
Unless maybe
All right, I think my screen is shared now. And let me quickly go into, I think, downloads. Under the downloads content, in my personal computer. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, I think it's not here. Yes, this is what I wanted to pay attention to. And now, this particular mature TBC community structure is what I want to talk about. Now, this particular structure explains how we are going to operate as a community. Now, at this point, we have viewed the mass adopters. Who are the mass adopters? According to the administration's recommendations, we are going to be 111,000. About 1,000 active members who has made their payment. And between now and the end of this month, we are likely going to complete this number. Nonetheless, the instructions has already been given. For you to become a modern day bank within the Kringle Private Society, you would need to be heavily funded. So what is given to you are funds to help you maintain liquidity within the Kringle Private Society. We all know how much we are giving on a monthly basis, so that when we get to a reasonable point, liquidity comes in and you will be responsible for supplying Kringles to the community members who would want to use it for exchange of goods and services for those that will be coming in much later. So at this phase, we are building in the 111,111. Between the month of March and April, it is very likely that those numbers will be filled up. And those who are not able to meet up over time, what will happen? They are going to drop from level A to level B. Now, some people has been asking that if they drop from level A to level B, does it mean that they are also going to get their coins downsized, or they would reduce their coins? Now, I'm going to make my explanations from this particular triangle. The mature TBC economy or the mature TBC structure has already explained it here. And is bound by his own words. He cannot make an instruction and counter his instructions. The process he goes about it is making use of Bitcoin bounty, which some of us do say it's a networking system. No, remember that the administration says he is building out billionaires who are able to negotiate, who are able to interact, who are able to pass on information, how to be able to explain the nature of our community, which is not the same thing with that in the coin market cap or the financial system, which is the fiat system. Now, those ones, and at the administration has clearly said that the billionaire zone, which are the 1,111,111 members with one whole TBC coin or more. Now, this clearly means that those people who are in the billionaire zone will have a minimum of at least one TBC coin. If you are having less than one TBC coin, the opportunity to have one TBC coin and above is still there. Please bear in mind that the effective and active members will be 111,111. Effective and active, who we refer to as the modern banking system in the Kringle Private Society. We are not doing anything out of the blues. What we are doing is we are rebuilding the existing system in a much more efficient and reliable manner that would reach out to the unbanked within the world. So we're not doing anything out of the blues. We are doing actually what the banks should have done, what the elite should have done. But deliberately, the elites built a system to differentiate the rich from the poor, and then they skillfully siphoned money from the majority to the very few. That's why the 1% have the 99% of the wealth. But in our system, it shall not be. We are going to have enough members who will be able to sustain the world at large, not only the Kringle Private Society, because in the Kringle Private Society, we will be millionaires and billionaires, and with our system, we will then go out to employ humanity. So if you start at some point in the billionaire zone, and then at some point you drop, if you drop and you enter into the team B, the team B are only supposed to get at least one TBC if they pay on the first. Now, you will migrate into the new blockchain. Your coins will not be collected from you. We already know that in Team A, the maximum amount of coins that you are required to have is 2000 TBC coins. In Team B, you're supposed to have early comers or early members within the Kringle Private Society. You are not having any number yet. Those of you who are not having any numbers, it is very likely that 111,111 are all filled out. What happens is if you come in as the 111th, sorry, 1,000,000, 111,112th member, you are no more in the billionaire zone. The billionaire zones are going to be one, one. It is So if you are an old member who may be having 500 TBC, 1000 TBCs, whatever amount you may have, if you come in and you don't get your number, or in the team will have more than 0.001 TBC coin, which are Kringle coins, and less than one whole TBC coin. Now, I want to explain administration means from here. Now, this particular layer, I have already explained from level 1 to level 7. I've explained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, which are the 7 billionaire layers. And these billionaire layers will have 1 TBC and above. If you are an old timer in the billionaire zone and you pay your admin fee within this period, you either fall into category A. Category A's responsibility is to continue to pay until the admin's wallet is what? Exhausted, or when we come into the economy phase, whichever one that comes first. Now, if you are not able to meet up at some point, you will drop to level B. Remember, as long as you are an active member or a member that is in Team B, you have your number already. The administration has said, once you are in Team B, there is no obligation on your side to keep paying the admin fee. It is only those that are in the Team A that are obligated to consistently pay the admin fee. For working for the Kringle Private Society. All these informations are already made known. So if you are in the community, you are an old timer, the advice I am giving is that you come in now and make your payments and get your position. And then when you are in that position, your coins would not be lost. But then if you allow these numbers to be filled out, which are the first 111,111, then that means any other person coming in is going to be properly placed into having coins that are in the millionaire zone. Now, I go back to the millionaire zone. We are now talking about 10 million, 100 million, and 1 billion. Concerning the 10 million section, the people in the 10 million section are going to be having from the administration each time they pay on the first. The amount of coins that will be given to them from the administration will be 0.1 on the first. On the first of every month, they'll be giving 0.1 TBC. Now, on the second, they'll be giving 0.09. On the third, they'll be giving 0.08. On the fourth, they'll be giving 0.07. Now, that is how the system will trickle down to the last day of the month. Now, this is how the thing will be for this particular level, which are the 10 million. Now, for the 100 million, the number of coins that will be given by the administration will be 0.001. It is not going to be, it will be 0.01 on the first of every month. Now, on the second, it will be 0.09. On the third, it will be 0.08. On the fourth, it will be 0.07. Now, you'll find out that the difference is going to be from this diagrammatical. Let me explain it using my notepad. Okay, now this is my notepad. Now, for the level of 1,000, sorry, 10 million, this 10 million will be given 0.01. This is the coin that they'll be giving on the first of every month. Those that are going to be on the 8th layer, they'll be giving 0.01. The following day, which is going to be on the second, they'll be giving 0.009. The following day, this is going to be on the second day. On the third day, they'll be giving 0.008. That'll be on the third day. Now, this is how it will, so this is how it will trickle down for those that are in layer 8. Now, those that are going to be in layer 9 is 100 million. Now, these ones will be giving 0.001 on the first of every month. Now, on the second of every month, what they will be giving is 0.009. Now, on the following month, they are going to be giving 0.008. Now, what am I trying to say? This is how the distribution will be for those that are in the 100 millionth layer. And it is going to be like that for the last layer. The last layer is going to be on the 1 billions. On the 1 billions, what they will be having is, that is the last layer. What they are going to be having on this layer, they will be having um, they will be having 0.0001 on the first. On the second, they'll be having 0.0009. And that's how it will trickle down. Now, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that at this particular last 3 layers, they would not be able to get 1 TBC. What they will be having is Kringles. Now, you will discover that the number of Kringle coins that these people are having will be very, very little. Now, because it is very little, they would need to meet the billionaires coins from them. When they buy Kringle coins from them, they will pay them with either fiat currency or digital currency, such as Bitcoin, or whichever currency that they deem fit to exchange with. That is what these ones are going to be doing. So these ones are going to be doing business deals. That's what they'll be doing. They will meet people out there, do business deals, but because they don't have so much money, they will have to go to the banks to restock. These banks could be from level 1 to level 7. It is not limited to only level 6, because some people in level 7, although the maximum amount of coins required of those in level 7 is 500, I tell you, some people, which are going to be few, will have that 500. But the majority are going to be from level 6 upwards, which are going to be having at least more than 1,000 TBC coins, meaning that they'll have more than enough to sustain these people that are in these last 3 layers. And these ones will be the ones to fast track the system and go out there to employ the rest of humanity. So if you are in the Kringle Private Society and you are not part of the billionaire zone, I think the opportunity is still there for you. We are likely going to soon start experiencing exponential growth. Remember that by the end of this month, there will be an expansion in the TBC 009 wallet. And then there will also be strategies putting into place to bring in merchants in masses to the community. Remember that some of us are going to be trained to be able to take part in this particular exercise. So I want you to understand that if you are in the community, you are not yet in the billionaire zone or you are in the billionaire zone already, I would advise that you try to hold up to your position. But if you think you cannot hold up to your position, well, you can step down to level B. Level B is the last layer. And with that, I think you'll be able to make some reasonable impact to the world at large. All right, I think I will stop here. The whole system has already explained itself because the administration says the employment zone are 3.5 billion members with less than 0.001 TBC coins because they will be paid on salary basis based on how the millionaires go about it. The billionaires will not even be interested in how the thing goes because their responsibility is to provide liquidity. The millionaires' responsibility is to make sure that deals are done or carried out in the Kringle Private Society. Enough said of that. I want to stop here, then go back to my homepage and then round off. All right. I think there are some people that are on my broadcast now. Now, I do not know if you guys were able to understand what I was trying to explain. I it was a little bit technical, but if you were able to understand it and you're listening to me, I would appreciate it if you can make your own commendations on the chat page. That would be very lovely. But if you do not understand, also write it out on the chat page that I don't understand so that I can explain. Because a good number of people has been meeting me and they've been saying, I don't want to miss out. I bought some coins and I don't want to miss out. If you bought some coins and you don't want to miss out, my advice is that you pay your admin fee and then if you can't step up and maintain the status quo in being a bank, then it is not an offense for you to dropping to level B. Your coins will not be taken from you. Dropping to level B, your coins would not be taken from you. We are building an abundance-based system. Your numbers are already there. By the end of the month, if you are not able to pay, your numbers will be recycled into number B, which is team B. And because you are in team B, migrating into the new blockchain clearly means you are not going in with anything higher than 500 TBC coins. That is how the system will be. We are in the distribution phase. The responsibility is lying on the banks. And who are the banks? 1,111,111. So I'm actually in my office now, and my colleagues are actually trying to, discuss office matters, and I'm interrupting them. So I think I should bring my meeting to an end. I think I've been able to pass on the information. I did not see anyone that responded. That means I am assuming that a good number of us has understood. So if you have understood it, then I think the message has been passed across. So those of you who will be watching, do well. Take your time, watch it. If you have any questions, my informations are out there. You can private chat me, ask me questions if you feel like, and I would respond to you. Okay, my phone numbers are also available. My email address is also available. If you want to come into my Telegram group, fine, you can, where I would also further educate you as we move forward into our mass adoption. All right, I think I've gotten the feedback. Someone says that, yes, I understand, thanks. So I do appreciate. Madam Julie, I really do appreciate. So for those of us who will be coming in, I would appreciate it if you can subscribe to my channel. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, give me a thumbs up. That is a social recognition. I would appreciate that. So I'll be coming live again to you guys on Friday by God's special grace. And I have something wonderful to discuss with us on Friday. So please listen. TBC at this point now cannot be stopped. We've gone too far to stop. We are only getting bigger, bigger, and bigger. So if you are not yet part of this movement, I would advise that you come in now that the opportunity is there. In another 1 month, that opportunity will be gone. And when it's gone, it will be gone for life. Thank you very much for audience. I really do appreciate. Cheers. And do have a wonderful day. Till we meet again on Friday, same time, 5 p.m., most likely. And another person has fed me back. Well explained. Thank you very much. Once again, let me quickly go there. I used my I used a notepad and I explained the 10,000 category where they'll be giving 0.01 on the first. Now on the 10 on the 100 million category, they'll be giving 0.001 on the first. And on the 1 million category,